Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Jenga J. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here that any other time we have a man on board, that man must be looking for a woman. In the same way, when we have a woman on board, that woman is definitely looking for a man. But because today we have a man, I will tell you the kind of woman he is looking for. And today, guys, I'm in Mombasa County. This is the Kenyan coast. I came here. This is day two of my travel here and have met amazing people. The people of Mombasa are very, very lovely and they're so good. They are sending me greetings and they appreciate what we are doing. So this morning, I happened to meet one of the people who have been following us silently. I told you that only mountains don't meet. Only mountains can't meet because again, this is directly translated from our language because again I have met one of the people who have always desired to be on the show. They have always wanted to give me an idea of what they go through as singles. They have always wanted me to be in in full understanding of what they go through as singles. Sometimes when you are single and nobody understands what is happening, it can be very difficult, especially when you're trying even to convince people that you can be into a relationship with them. So the man I met this morning is 51, and at the age of 51, he is single. But he has a little bit of complication because his case is not just like any other case. In most cases, you realize that we ask people why they are single, and the reasons narrow down to either one is a divorcee, is a widower or widow, separated, or even never married. However, the situation in today's case is quite different because our man today, his name is Kingori. Our man on today's show has a very unique story. In the year 2009, he developed a condition. He was diagnosed with diabetes, and he had been in marriage for around 12 years. By then, he was in marriage for around 12 years. So what happened is that when he was diagnosed, the relationship began to dwindle because some of the diseases, are what do we call them? Lifestyle diseases, and there comes a lot of depression, a lot of stress, a lot of mental anguish when you contract them because you're like, oh, am I going to die? Oh, what is going to happen next? So one of the problems that happened is that, you see, even a 12-year-old marriage is still a young marriage. It can be shaken by a lifestyle disease, especially if the partner that one is married to is not understanding enough, if the partner that one is married to is not very understanding. So Kingori was married, and so when he developed diabetes, and after 2 3 years, he also developed another condition. This is a second stage condition where he was not able to. How do I put it? He was not able to continue with the sexual active life. Okay, so it became like a sexual dysfunction, and he couldn't perform anymore. So he has always wanted to share this story because again, you don't share the story with friends and family. You don't go shouting that I have this condition, I'm unable to do ABCD and things like that. So he has always wanted to look for a discreet position. He has always wanted to look for a platform where one can be able to convey their feelings. He has tried being in a relationship, but once he unveils the fact that he has a sexual dysfunctional life, then you realize that most women are not attracted anymore. Most of the people, sorry, most of the people who would have wanted to be in that relationship are no longer interested because again, then they are saying, if he is not active, what am I doing in that marriage? But there are people who could be interested. So when he started watching our show at the beginning of this year, he realized there is a lot of hope. And he has always wanted, he has been sending us messages, encouraging us, and he has been calling us directly. However, you understand that such a condition is not something that you can go announcing even in your places of work. This is not something that you will be announcing everywhere. This is not something that you will be telling everyone here and there. And I believe that he has, what do we call it? He has the strength to do that only to the people that matter. He has the strength to announce the condition only to the people that matter. So Kingori is a businessman. He left Kericho because he was living in Kericho until 2010. He was living in Kericho, and when the wife left, you could be asking, why is he single? If he was in marriage, what happened? The wife was not able to continue. He said, we can only discontinue with this marriage because what are we doing anyway? What are we doing? And tried to tell the wife, oh, we were here for better, for worse. The wife said, no, we were here for better, for best. We are not here for better, for worse. So if your worst comes to shove, then we are not going to do this, especially if you have been dysfunctional. And just like that, the wife left, gave him the permission to move on, and also sought her permission to move on. And like for the last, let's say, 15 years, the wife moved on, and it has been a journey of pain, a journey that he feels was a journey of betrayal. The reason why he is not, they had a son, okay? The reason why Kingori is not coming on the show, and the reason why, in fact, from where I am, he is not very far. From where I am, Kingori is not very far. Why he is not able to come to the show is because, as a father, he would like to conceal. I told you that on this show we respect everyone. We respect the fact that some people don't want to be on air, some people don't want to be broadcasted, some people would want to have their positions intact. There are institutions, there are churches, there are groups, there are families that cannot allow their relatives to be on air looking for matches. Maybe to them they feel that this is a shame to us, or it is a collective shame to them. However, on this show, we give people an opportunity to be whom they are, to be who they are, to be loved and to love, and we give them an opportunity and the hope to be loved again and to love back. Are we together? So Kingori feels that if he comes to the show in person, in fact, if he comes to the show in person, then the son might see the video and maybe feel very bad that, oh, daddy cannot do this or that. There are also family members who don't know what happened in the marriage. And he cannot go telling everyone that, niliachwa kwa sababu ya hii na hii, siliachwa kwa sababu ya hii na hii. So you can imagine the kind of shame that maybe he can carry home if he comes to the show. But again, why don't we give him an opportunity? And he's saying that he's not sick. He has been controlling his diabetes condition, his diabetic condition. He has been controlling it. He's been doing very fine. In fact, he looks very, very active. If you want, you can talk to his parents. If you want, you can talk to his sister. You can talk to his brothers. You can even talk to the ex-wife. The ex-wife will tell you directly, outrightly, that, you know what, I left that marriage because I could not continue. There was no need of her staying in the marriage and cheating. There was no point of her staying in the marriage and cheating. So this is the deal, because Kingori does not want to be known, does not want people to know, oh, you mean this one cannot perform? You mean this one has a dysfunction? There are people who have different conditions. There are people who have different cases. And when we met this morning, I felt that, okay, I could give him a platform. Maybe I am not sure whether maybe there is somebody who will love him in that condition, but why not give him an opportunity so that if he can get love, let him be loved. So that if there's somebody, you will never know, there's somebody who maybe could be dealing with sexual dysfunction and they're also not interested in a sexual relationship. Maybe they're just looking for a relationship that can be good for them, for maybe companionship, even marriage without sex, like sexless marriage, they don't have a problem. And maybe they can, if there's somebody like that, they can get in touch. So Kingori anasema ako na namba moja ya M-Pesa, namba yake ya simu, namba yake ya kazini, na hataki hiyo namba ijulikane na watu. So immediately you send him, this is the deal, immediately you send him a message with your photo, he sends you the number. Okay, he can try a few people. If you're interested, then you can get in touch. Again, he has a home in Nairobi. He has a home in Nairobi. He has a home in Kahawa Sukari. He has a home in Kahawa Sukari, and he hopes, Kahawa Sukari ni ile mnaita engine. He hopes that he can settle there because he's here for business. Yeye anafanya kazi ya brokerage ya magari. Unaona hizi magari zaitwa refurbished. Mnaziita mpya kwa sababu ziko na number plates mpya, lakini sio mpya, hazikwangi na zero mileage. That's what he does for a living. At the age of 51, he's single. He's also looking for a woman who is not also interested in having kids, because again, so unaona yeye hawezani. maybe somebody who has mature children, if he doesn't even mind a woman who is 50 like him, but asikuwe chini ya 40. So if you are 40 and above, and sana sana alikuwa na insist 45 and above, mtu ambaye hako tayari kupata mtoto mwingine, mtu ambaye ako Christian kama yeye, mtu ambaye ako committed, na mtu mwenye hata sikia vibaya ati kwa sababu ya hiyo condition ambayo tumetaja. And you know, some of these conditions are very sensitive. Somebody who has decided to settle with a family, because he's telling me, irrespective of whether he is able to do that job or not, irrespective of whether he can perform or not, he is not ready to be cheated on. He's not ready to have a promiscuous woman, a woman who is going to intimidate him like the first wife. The first wife used to intimidate him. Hata ndio alihama Kericho. Alisema nimehama Kericho kwa sababu nilikuwa naona kama kila mtu anaona biashara yake ilikuwa inafanya poa. But until 2010 akaona ni kama kila mtu sasa amejua, na kama kila mtu amejua sasa, I have to shift from that place. That's when he came to Mombasa, and he is living here. If you want his contacts, I'll post his email, and emails are the best way to go for communication, and they also conceal information. Watu wao hawatajua, hata mtu mwingine anaweza kuwa akisuspect ni yeye, akinini hatajua ni yeye. Sawa sawa. So born and raised in Nakuru County. Born and raised in Nakuru County, looking for a woman who is mature, at least 45 kwenda juu, ana asemzidi umri, na akuwe mtu ambaye amemalizana na mambo ya kupata watoto. Na akipata hayo, anasema yeye haizi guarantee ati atarudi tena kwa show, because itakuwa imepiga the logic, it will have beaten the logic of not appearing in the first place, alafu tena muapie. But he can appear as hatutataja yeye alikuwa na hiyo condition, but maybe you can mention that, oh, I was on the show looking for a match, and here I am again, nimepata mtu. And we can only hope that he gets a woman who will be understanding, a woman who is ready to settle for family and become together, spend the rest of their lives happy ever after. So that is Kingori. I hope he gets a match. And guys, don't forget, I'm in Mombasa. Kama mko Mombasa, let us know where you are watching us from. If you're in other parts of the country, other parts of the world, let me know where you're watching us from. And this is a lovely, lovely, lovely place. And guys, don't forget that we still have the offers of this book. This is my book. I've written this book. Go get it. If you're interested in my motivational book, you can get one at 1,000 bob, 1,000 bob only. And you can contact us on 0712 997 660, so that this book will be delivered to you wherever you are. 0712 997 660. If you're watching this video to this minute, don't forget to like it. It is a way of supporting the channel. If you're watching us and you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe to our channel. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and I'll bring you more and more people in Mombasa. Until next time, this is Jenga Njero. Bye.